Hello, it's Grace.Filled, and I am excited to bring you another homeschool video. Today in this video, I want to talk to you guys about budgeting for homeschool. So homeschool budgeting, and just share what's kind of worked for me. So if it sounds like something you're interested in, keep watching. So for those of you who do not know, I am a wife and I am a mom of 5 and a homeschool for my children. Well, a lot of times people see the things that I have and they have questions about my budget. Well, they don't know that I've been homeschooling almost 10 years, or I've been homeschooling actually 10 years this year. So I have a combination of things that I've just collected over time, but also I've just been a wise steward over what I've had. I haven't had a lot. It's just my channel has always been about you can do a lot with a little. So it's not really what you have, but what you do with it and how you utilize it. So the first thing I would say is just to set an amount and stick to it. So if your amount is $200, then don't go look for something that's $300. If your amount is $1,000, don't go over that. Find your amount and stick to it. Next, I would say set aside money every month. It might look different for everybody. It might be $50 a month. It might be $10 a month. It might be $20 a month. It might be $100 a month. It might be $200 a month. And then before you realize it, by the time it's the next year, now you have $100 to $1,000 that you can take and that you'll have to help out with the homeschool budget if you don't have money at that moment to buy it. And if you do, then this will just get added to what you already have in the budget. Number 3 is to ask for homeschool money as birthday and holiday gifts for your children or your kids. People don't want to do that. My birthday is, by the time you watch this, maybe just passed one day ago. And I told people what I wanted so that I could buy stuff for my kids because I am a stay-at-home mom. So I'm not really bringing any income into the house, honestly. And they're like, no, we want to do something for you. And it's like, yeah, but that's not what I need and that's not what I want. But you can't tell people what to do with their money. So there's that. Okay. Number 4, shop for used curriculum. You know, you don't know what you don't know until you realize that now I know. And so there is a group for almost any curriculum you use. So like My Father's World, Sunlight, Becca, whatever you're using, Good and Beautiful, there's typically a resale group. And in that group, people who are no longer using those items sell those items. So by shopping for used, you're really able to get a good deal. I want to show you something. This is what we're doing next year. Right now we're doing Creation to the Greeks for My Father's World. Next year we're doing Room to Reformation. This is about a $500, $550, between $500 and $600 homeschool curriculum. I think I might be missing 1 or 2 pieces, but I grabbed this entire set for guess how much? $80. Now, she actually wanted $100. I had $90 in my account from the farmer's market. That was all I had. And I said, is there any way that you would take a little bit less? What is the least you're willing to go? And she said 75. And I was like, oh, like the angels just sung. So I gave her 80. So I gave her what she asked. And I gave her another 5 just to say thank you so much. And then I had a couple dollars left that I could do something with. So I did shop used, but my next tip goes along with this. I not only shopped used, I shopped early. I shopped this for next year, and I already had my curriculum this year from shopping it from last year. I don't know that I'll always be able to shop a year ahead, but I mean, I found such an amazing deal. I couldn't let it pass me by. If I don't have the 90 now, am I going to have the 500 later or 600? It may or may not work for you. Just sharing works for me. All right, next up is selling your old curriculum. I'm not so good at this. I just want to give stuff away, right? I've been so blessed in my life, and I don't like stuff. just all over the place. I don't like clutter. I like things neat, organized, and tidy. So seeing that those books just like there in a little pile, it's gonna bother me, okay? So I'm like, bye girl, you got to go, okay? I need to just let it go. And when I open up my hands to give to someone else, I'm opening my hands for God to give to me and to bless me. And listen, I got all these kids. I need all the blessings I can take. So I want to give, and just be known for my giving and generosity. Kitties. Let love and generosity and kindness be what you're known for. So I find families who are just starting out, or families who, I'm not going to say are not as fortunate, because I'm not rich by any means, but monetarily, but I have all that I need in heart and spirit. And so I love to be a blessing where I can, because it's just nice to be kind. And I don't know how that's gonna impact them in the trajectory of their life. Who knows? I may be passing on books to the next doctor, or maybe passing on books to the next minister, or the next entrepreneur, or whatever. So I'm happy to do it. The next tip is to buy PDFs so that you can just reprint and use over and over. And often PDFs are a lot cheaper than the actual physical book. And if you have like an Instant Ink program or something like that, it just makes it work out in the end. And along the same lines is do a family study. So multiple kids can use the same main books, which saves you money too. And that is what I'm doing here. So with this book, it's a family study style. And the way that it works is that it combines so many subjects. It combines Bible, history, science, art, music, you read aloud, vocabulary, and then what happens is you add your own math and language arts and foreign language if that's something that you want to add, if that's what you're doing at that point. But now you're not buying a science curriculum for, in my case, 4 different kids, and a Bible for 4 different kids. No, we're not doing that. So I'm just buying it one time, and we're all doing it together. And, you know, because I've been doing this a while, I know how to buffer a little bit. So I can take it up, take it down, just leave it as it is for those who need something a little bit different, whether they need a little bit more because they're older, whether they need a little bit less because they're younger, or whether what I have is perfect. And those are my tips. I hope that it's helpful. I don't know if it's repeating things that you already know or not, but I just thought I would share it because I see it, I hear it, and I know that it can be really tempting to see all these women and moms and all these other homeschool moms, and every time you turn around, they're buying this and buying that, and it's like, where do you get the money from this? Like, I stay home too, and I don't have, there's no extra. Everybody's situation is different, so let's understand that too. So we can't judge and we cannot compare. But again, this is to encourage you that by taking some of these tips in here, this might help your budget go further. Oh, and lastly, I didn't get to share this, but it's a really good tip. Thank you for sharing it, baby. So a lot of my living books and a lot of the books on my library actually came from the library. So my library was having like massive books for sale, and the books are normally $2 or $3 for $1, something like that. If I can remember, I'll link the video in the description box. But you're able to get such a phenomenal deal that it's really worth to have your envelope. Even $20 in here, you would be set for a couple of years, honestly, by shopping that way. So I am over on Instagram at Grace.Filled_Homeschool, and I have a ton of videos in this playlist on this channel. So stick around, get you some tea, get you some coffee, get you some water. There is something for everyone. And until the next video, blessings.